That's my best friend. She a real bad bitch. You see these little nails? That's the only reason I'm able to do this. Take that damn thing off your head. Look like a criminal. So hey you guys, this is Levels I Tell. I'm back with another video. In today's video, we have a special guest on the channel. Y'all know who my special guest is?
Britt. It's me.
So, if y'all didn't know, okay, so I know I got a lot of new viewers since then. Brittany is my actual first ex, I guess. My first girlfriend, for real. My first real girlfriend. So basically, you was my first real girlfriend. The bitches before you, they try to beat me up into being their girlfriends. But she's like my first. Remember, y'all, if y'all are OG subscriber, you remember her on my channel from years ago. Like, so basically, we're gonna tell a story time about this time I broke in her house. Ooh. And I got no pay. So let me tell y'all. So I'm gonna start on my behalf, and then you tell on your behalf too. Okay. So she seemed uncomfortable.
I am.
Why you?
But it's alright. I'm gonna do it.
Why you uncomfortable?
Huh?
Why you uncomfortable?
I don't know. 'Cause I never really talked about it like that.
Well, I don't think we really ever talked about it.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like
We never really talked about it. But it's no. I mean, it's no shade that nobody was in the story. It's only one person missing, but it's just the story. I've been wanting to have her on my channel about the story time, but we was never in a great place to even talk. We wasn't even cool. So, I mean, we back cool now. So I figured, why not?
We've been cool for a while.
We've been cool for a little minute. But I feel like, why not tell the story time? Period. It's nothing more, nothing less. Oh,
Alright.
So listen, okay, so me and Brittany had broke up in like November. This was a long time ago. Me and her was together for 5 years. What's 5 years, right?
Yeah, it might be a little bit longer.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was like 5 to 6 years. We were together for 5 to 6 years, but then we ended up breaking up. But this is at the end. So listen, we had broke up in like November or whatever. So since we had broke up, then pretty much it was a done deal. But like, you know how when you break up, but you still messing around, fooling around, doing all types of stuff together. So that's how we were doing. Basically through November, December, we were still doing all this stuff. January come, and this was my stupidness. I shouldn't have done this, but we were still broken up, and I told Brittany, I was like, you know, I want you to find somebody. But I honestly didn't mean it. I was lying. I know.
You little sneaky little thing.
I was not sneaky, honey.
I don't know what she was doing, y'all.
Either way.
But she knew what I was doing because it was all up in my stuff.
I was always watching her stuff and stalking her stuff. But I knew she was talking to somebody, but I knew it was, I didn't think it was that deep. And I feel like the people I was talking to, they was just some little... I didn't give a fuck about them little hoes. I would pluck them over to the side. But either way, I was saying this in it was so stupid because I was young back then. But I was saying this in a plot to think that, oh, she gonna try to keep coming at me and want to get with me even more. Wrong, bitch.
It happened fast. It
really
did. It like moved really, really quick because I was in a relationship for so long, and then it's like once I got out of a relationship, I didn't really deal with other people at all. So I didn't even really have friends like that. So I was in a new town. I was by myself. I was like so lonely. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, and I think she wasn't even trying to be on that type of level. She was trying to be on some more like friends type of stuff. But you know, it's with girls, lesbians, like they move fast. And I'm talking for her because she don't really talk. I called her one night and she didn't answer the phone. I called her all fucking night and she didn't answer. He didn't answer the phone at all. And she called me back like the next day around like 11 o'clock. It was like, hey, I left my phone in someone's car. That's why I didn't get any of the calls. My fault.
I think I really did. And they went to strip club or something crazy. And they didn't get back to like hella late.
So then she couldn't call me. She didn't answer none of my calls. But even though we was broken up, at this point I was damn near ready to come back and get in a relationship. Like I was done doing whatever the little stupid shit I was doing. So I was like, you know what? I'm ready for my woman to come back to me. I'm ready to be in a relationship. Like, fuck all that other shit I'm doing. So at this point, like, you know, I'm tapping back in. But she don't know. I'm just starting to call more often. So I called her that one night and basically she didn't answer the phone from me. And she called me back the next day, and when she said this, I'm like, first off, you always got your phone. Second off, who the fuck was you with comfortable enough to leave your damn phone? Like, I'm just like, huh? But nonetheless, it is what it is. So then The next day, I called her again. And the same shit happened again.
For real?
It did.
Oh.
I called you again the next day, and all night you didn't answer the phone, and then you come back and was like, my fault, like this keep happening.
I probably was capping then, but I know one time I really did leave my phone.
Yeah, but she was like, my fault, this keep happening. And I'm like, bro, I know fuck well you ain't gonna leave your phone in the car 2 nights in a row. Like OD that night, I would have been like making sure I got my Glock on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna just be like, it is what it is. So then this is the 3rd night in a row. Mind you, my college is like 3 hours from you.
Yeah, it was hella far.
It was like 3 hours from me. So I called her this one night. It was like, okay, I'm gonna call her again. So this night, the 3rd night, I call her, bro. She didn't answer again. And at this point, I stayed up all night. And I'm like, yo, she's really not answering the motherfucking phone for me. Like, what in the fuck is going the fuck down? So I was like, I kept telling myself while I was sitting in bed, I was in my dorm room. I said, if she don't call me back by 6 a.m., I'm going to drive to her house.
6 a.m.
If she don't come back by 6 a.m., I'll drive to her house. And it was 3 hours away.
He was up there before lunchtime.
So literally, I called her. She didn't answer the goddamn phone. And it was 6:01. Girl, I had put my Birkenstocks on. I had grabbed denim and I was out the motherfucking door. I had packed up my little ass Honda Civic and I was on my way. I was in the car driving 3 hours. So basically, I'm driving the 3 hours and I call her cousin. No, her cousin called me. I'm like, bitch, what you doing? She was like, no, girl, I'm fixing something. I was like, girl, you want to ride out with me? And then I was like, never mind. I don't need to ride out with me.
My cousin.
I'm going to bring Leah with me.
What?
Because Leah don't play about me.
Stop playing.
Leah don't play about me. Leah's her cousin, but Leah love me to death. She still call me now. Check on me. But Leah's stud too. But Leah don't play about me.
Yeah, Leah was boxing niggas in the hood.
Okay. Leah has called me to pull up at her fight. You know that, right?
Bro.
We was in Salisbury.
Hey.
We packed the Civic up, bitch. We was on our way, period. But Leah, so basically, I think Leah called me or somehow we on the phone. And I was like, girl, you want to come with me? And then I was like, fuck, no. I don't want to bring you with me. I don't want to bring you with me. Because I knew if I took Leah with me, I was going to have to bring her ass back home because she kept talking about it was a party that she wanted to go to that night. And I was like, well, shit, if this hoe ain't talking to somebody, I'm spending the night, bitch. You have to find her right back.
For real? Dang, I didn't even know it was like that.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I'm driving up there to 3 hours. I'm pushing 80. I'm in my little Honda Civic, the 2-seater, bitch, the 2-door. I'm just, so, motherfucker, guess what? So I get up there too. I can't remember where she lives at. I knew the address, but I didn't know the address, but I remember landmarks. So I kept typing in landmarks that was very similar to where she lived at. So when I got up there, I'm like, piping out trying to see where the fuck I can get to, and then finally I see the apartment complex and I'm like, yo, this is a motherfucking house. I remember because she lived in a townhouse, so I remember. So but like I said, from my standpoint, I only can tell my standpoint until it gets to her, because right now this is my part. So bitch, when I'm driving up there, I get up there and I see her, and I vividly remember it's a Walgreens or a CVS behind her house. So what I did is I pulled my Civic behind the bushes. Because I said, bitch, I'm about to sit here. So I call her phone like 2 more times. At this point, it's 9 a.m. I'm calling her, nobody's answering. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? And the crazy part about it was her Mustang was in the driveway. Your Mustang was there. Mm-hmm. So I'm like calling her, and nobody's answering the phone for me. And oh no, it wasn't there.
No, I was gone, right?
She wasn't there. That's why I pulled around the bushes. I kept calling. She wasn't there.
I was getting food.
She was, no, hold on, baby. I'll let your part come because you did me dirty. So look, I was behind the bushes of the CVS, and I'm looking at the car. I'm like, damn, like it's nobody there. She's not fucking there. Like, what the fuck? So when I'm looking, I call her, and why the fuck on the 3rd call she answered the phone?
I told you I was getting food.
She was like, I'm at the Cordoba. And I was like, oh, mind you, I was keeping it cool. I was like, the Cordoba? I was like, what you getting there? Just being cool. But I'm typing in the Cordoba as we talking. Meanwhile, anybody that know her knows she's smart. So what she does is she'll never tell you where she at when she there. She waits until she leaves. So me, I'm like, fuck it. I'm about to pull a Yui and I'm riding to the motherfucking Qdoba. So I go to the Qdoba.
My back vibrating.
So my phone is in your butt cheeks.
What? You.
I didn't know.
I'm like, what the heck? I said I was getting food. I had already got the food, and I was gone. Qdoba.
Right. So when I bust into the motherfucking Qdoba, girl, I looked like a mad woman. I went in there like this. And when I walked back to my car, I'm like, I gotta go back and sit outside her house. And I was so mad at my motherfucking self because, bitch, when I would have called her. But what happened was, by the time I came back, she was already parked in the car. In the house. She was like parked in the house.
Upstairs.
And I literally was sitting back at the bushes and I'm like, yo.
Cause I come around the front and you can't see the front if you're in the back.
And I'm like, yo, I missed the whole car. Like literally she pulled up. If I had just sat my happy ass at the CVS, I would have seen it. So all I remember is at this point I said fuck it. I called her phone like twice and she didn't answer the phone no more. And you know me, my emotions running high. I'm young, I'm still in love. I'm like, I still feel like she belonged to me. So I'm just like, I'm ready to come back and be in a relationship. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking.
I didn't know that.
But she didn't know. So this is the funny part. I said, you know what, fuck it. At this point I gotta do what the fuck I gotta do. So I go to the front door. No, I park around the back. I park around the back of her house.
I'm about to say, cause you came to the back.
I parked around the back and I came to the front and I knocked on the door. And when I knocked on the door, first I listened. And I heard some like talking and
that wasn't me. I was upstairs. I didn't even know you knocked.
I heard some talking. And then that's when next thing I'm like, all right, somebody in here. So then I knock on the door and I see the blinds ruffle. Like somebody looked at me through the blinds, but I couldn't tell who it was. So I'm like, oh, y'all in here. So then I start banging. I say, Brittany. I said, open the motherfucking door. I said, yo, let me in. Because back then, I was really wild. You can ask her. I did some crazy shit.
And then by that time, I was like, I was telling her to go to my room and shit.
If she didn't let me in, I swear to God, I probably would have ran my car through that door. And that's not even being on no...
Seriously.
I'm being dead ass serious. Like, and that's really bad to say, but I feel like my emotions used to run so high back when I was young, I didn't give a fuck. Now, I'm not like that.
You just real, like, testy like that.
I was really, like, irate. Like, my patience was so slim. So, I'm like, open the motherfucking door, let me the fuck in this bitch. And all I heard is shuffling now.
Yeah, I was upstairs, and when I heard all this shit going downstairs, I came down because the food was still down there. And I came down because I was getting ready to smoke or whatever. So I came down, and I was like, what's going on? And she was like, somebody at your door or whatever. She
said who was?
She didn't know. She was like, I think it might be one of your girls or something. And I was like, ain't nobody coming here. And then she was like, well, they here. And I was like, oh shit. And I told her to go upstairs.
Did you know it was me yet?
It couldn't have been nobody else. Because that literally was the only girl that I ever talked to in the hell of this fucking years. That knew you. So I was like, it's no way possible. And I didn't expect it to be you. So I'm like, who in the world? And then when I heard you, I was like, oh shit, go upstairs.
What you hear me say?
I don't know. I think it said Brittany. I think it was at the front or something.
I was at the front door.
It was at the Blondes or something.
I was at the front door banging on the window.
And then I went and grabbed... No, I was getting ready to grab her purse, but I was grabbing her shit, like her shoes and stuff, to take it upstairs because I didn't want you to do nothing to it because I know how you is. I took everything but her purse up there or something.
You took everything but the purse upstairs?
Yeah.
Because I faintly remember this because, okay, so you told her to go upstairs. Mm-hmm. So when she told her to go upstairs, at this point, it's like when you mad, you know how your senses heighten. So I'm like, oh shit, it's a movie going around here. So I'm like, all right, I gotta get the fuck in. So what I did is, this is crazy. I was vlogging back then. So I took my vlog camera and I heard of it, set it up in the backyard.
You got it on your camera?
I think I still do.
Sure.
I swear to God. So let me tell you what I did. I gotta look at my old SD, but I set the vlog camera up to face the back door. So I said, cause whoever the fuck is in here and they come through the back door, I'm gonna miss it cause I'm in the front door. So I had my camera set up at the back door. I swear to God. I swear. I had it angled up on your that little...
The thing in the back.
You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah, the little cut thing.
I had that little thing. I said, so I'm banging on the door, banging on the door. So I'm like, fuck this. At this point, I gotta get the fucking... The front door was too big. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I hear all this noise in the back. So I go to the back, and I knock, mind you, I have my Birkenstocks on. I said, Brittany, let me the fuck in here now. And I heard silence.
I wasn't there yet. I was upstairs.
You was upstairs too?
Yeah.
She was getting the shit upstairs. So at this point, I'm gonna tell my part and then you can chime in.
Right.
But all I remember is I said, fuck this shit. And Lord forgive me, my daughter was in my hands. Ain't this the truth? My daughter was in my hands. And I fucking started kicking. I turned around backwards and I started kicking the door like this. So I was so mad that she wouldn't let me in. I was so, you know how you don't even know your strength, but you're just mad. Like, I was just mad outside. So I was just like this. And when I did it like 1 or 2 times, I heard the door creak.
I felt the house shake.
I heard the door creak.
The windows and shit.
And when the door creaked, it was like you know how you hit a door and it's jumping. Like if you hit my door, that bitch ain't gonna jump. But that back door, it started like jumping a little bit. So you know that was the devil in me, because literally I said, "Oh my God!" When I say, let me tell you something. When I say I seen it jumping, I did a test jump. I was like, I hit it like this, a little jump. I was like, I hit it. And then when I realized it was, I said, I hit a little teeny bit. And when I looked, I said, oh my God, the door is moving. I said, God, this my way. It went open on a slant.
Because the hinges came off.
The hinges started coming off. So what was you thinking on the inside when you started hearing, like that was?
I was trying to get the door open. Like by that time, it was just too late. Because I was like trying to get you to calm down for a second. You was just like, nah.
You was not talking.
I was talking.
I couldn't hear it
because I didn't want you to break the door. And then like my neighbor, like I didn't have neighbors on one side. I had them on the other side, but I'm sure they could still hear it. And they was not my new neighbors. It's something else that happened. Somebody else broke into my house after this, but I had new neighbors, and the new neighbors ended up not calling the police, but the neighbors that I had called the police. Which, when somebody broke into my house after that, I had new neighbors. They never called the police when they broke in.
I hit the door and literally it went like this. So all I had was a little opening at the top. So you know what I did? Lord forgive me. I threw denim in. I literally threw denim in.
I don't even remember denim. It would happen so fast.
You don't remember denim in there? Denim was in there.
I believe it, but I don't even remember her.
I threw denim in. I didn't throw a hard denim. I threw it like, I grabbed myself up and then I plopped her in. So at the point with my baby, and I'm like, bitch, I gotta get her now. So then and she know I have no upper body strength. I literally got to the top of the door and pulled myself in, and then I just fell in. No. When I looked up, yo, she looked like a deranged freaking, like somebody, I don't even want to say it, but y'all know what. Say it, bitch. I don't care.
Her hair was like this. Her eyes was like this. She was like this. Like, oh my.
You can see me when I'm pulling up.
You was like crunching the stuff, and he was like stepping up. He was like, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, if you could see your face.
What was I looking like?
Like, you look so deranged. Like, you wasn't even.
You didn't recognize me?
Like, you wasn't there. Like,
no, I swear to God. And honestly, that's why I say it's not good for me to get mad. Because when I get mad, it's like, you know how somebody is like saying that they don't remember shit? It was like, I remember it.
She blacked. That's what she did. She blacked. Literally. Like, you was crunching the drywall. Like, it was just like split open. And you could see her like trying to pry this stuff open and like step through.
But it was at the top. At the tippy top, right?
Yeah, the drywall, all that shit, all of it came down. I think it was like, I don't know if it was dry rot or something, but she tore it all down.
So
the door was like literally hanging off.
But hold on, I don't even remember you seeing me come in.
I seen you coming in. I wasn't right there.
So why you didn't say nothing to me?
I was talking to you. I
swear I did not remember you.
Like, you was just like so spaced out.
This is the first time we ever talked about this for real.
It is. I don't think we really even talked about it.
I didn't know that you was saying stuff to me.
Yeah, I was like, Tay, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? He was like, let me in. That's all you kept saying, let me in. And I was like, how can I get, like, you got all this shit there, like.
Oh my God, that is scary.
Girl, you was like a freaking.
You was scared of me?
No, because I know you can't beat me up, but I was just like.
Yeah, I can't beat her.
I was just like, this is crazy.
So look, I get in. When I get in, all I remember is the way it was like that was her laundry room. Then it was her kitchen, and then it was her living room. So when I got in, I remember coming in through the back, and I remember her passing me. So she was in the front where the living room is. She literally, I remember, that's why I said she didn't have that purse earlier, because when she walked past me, she had the purse. She was walking past me this way, and I was walking past her this way, but we didn't say one word to each other. You remember that, right? We didn't say nothing.
Cause I was so focused on getting her things, cause I knew how Tay is.
I would have fucked her shit up.
And that was like, she literally had hella shit in her purse, and I was like, I'm not the type of person, like, I really didn't know her that well, but I didn't want anything to happen to her things.
That's when I knew some shit was going on here. And it's crazy because when she came this way, I came this way, and we did not say one word to each other. I didn't say one word to her because I was focused on getting upstairs, so I knew maybe somebody's in here. And then I seen I just seen like little stuff all over, so I knew that somebody was in there. So why you didn't say nothing to me?
That somebody was in there?
When we was walking past each other. Like at that point you was just like,
what was I gonna say? You was already in there. You already knew somebody was in there. So it was like,
I didn't know for certain if it was somebody you was talking to. I thought it might have been somebody that was your friend and you was just trying to fucking pull my leg.
The way you came in there, I know you knew it was a bitch in there. You would not have came in there no other way. Seriously, like, stop playing, you capping.
I'm not.
Because you was direct, like, you was on a mission to get whoever was in there out.
So you didn't think okay, but this is what I'm trying to understand. At the point where I just kicked your back door down, and that's a big ass door, you didn't think that like I'm about to go upstairs and kick this door in too?
To be honest, that didn't even cross my mind. I was more so worried about the girl's stuff. Which is crazy. I didn't even think that, oh, Tay's on her way upstairs.
Duh.
We
walked right past each other. Like she didn't
and I wasn't trying to instigate nothing. I wasn't trying to make anything worse. I really was just trying to get her stuff out of the way. I was putting it outside in my car where it was safe, took the keys or whatever, so nothing happened to her stuff. And then I went upstairs, and when I went upstairs, Tay was already in my room.
Honestly, I feel like she was out of it too, because it seemed like it wasn't really happening at the time it was happening. It kind of seemed fake.
That shit was crazy.
It seemed like a movie, because I feel like me and her walked past each other, we didn't say one word to each other. So I get upstairs, and I'm knocking on so I tried the door. At this point, the motherfucking door is locked. So you know I have a thing with locked doors, because I just kicked that fucking door down.
By the time I came upstairs, I think you already was in my room.
Girl, I had kicked the door in. So literally I knocked on the door. I'm like, whoever in here, you need to open the door because I'm gonna kick this bitch in. They didn't say nothing. I said, I just kicked the door in downstairs. Open this door. I don't wanna kick this door in. And you know, like, house doors is very small. So when I turned around and kicked it one time, that bitch popped right open.
That's what I was saying. I didn't even, when I got up there, it didn't even look like you had kicked that door and it like it got open. Like
no, it had literally popped open on its own. I only kicked it once.
Damn.
So I kicked 2 doors down. So at this point, I see the girl. I recognize the girl. I know who the girl is.
What?
I know who the girl is. We just started fighting. And literally, when I say we was fighting for a minute, Britty was nowhere to be found.
I was right there.
You was not there.
I was standing right
there. We was fighting. Oh, you was watching it.
It wasn't like that. No, not like that. I wasn't watching it as in, oh yeah, these 2 bitches is fighting over me. No. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
I promise you, it happened so fast.
I really wasn't. I'm not. She's
like, not an instigator.
I'm really not that type of. Yeah, I'm not gonna try.
She's not trying to. She wasn't trying to be like, oh yeah, they fighting. Yeah, because she's not that type of person. Like she just not. Yeah. But we in there fighting. We was fighting for a long time. And one thing I know we was fighting for a long time because I've been in fights before. She know, bitch. I started getting tired.
Yeah.
I literally started getting tired, and then it was at the end. I literally pushed her off me.
All I know, somebody said, "Brittany, get your bitch." And
she said that. I didn't say that.
And I broke the fight up
because
when I heard that it clicked. I was like, okay, I gotta break this fight up. The whole time.
Brittany, know that was not me that said it. She would have been in plenty. She would have been at all my fights. I don't never talk during fights. Yeah. Even that time I was getting jumped, I didn't say, Brittany, I don't never say nothing.
Yeah, I was so mad that time. Oh my fucking
yeah, she was mad about that. That's a whole nother story time. But
ain't nobody tell you walk off.
But she pulled. Look, when I tell you my bitch came through for me, it was bitches on top of me, and my bitch was like, get the fuck up.
It was dudes hitting.
It was niggas. It was studs. It was faggots. It was everything.
I don't know how that happened.
That really, I know how it happened. But we'll tell that story time somewhere else.
They put up in the car. All I seen was
and they stole my phone, and Brittany had to go get my shit.
I know.
But hold on.
We'll
tell that a whole nother time. All
I seen was Tay. I just jumped and grabbed your head, and everybody was
Brittany, we're gonna tell this story some other time. I don't know how Brittany was trying to stop the fight, but I know I kind of like pushed everybody off of me because at this point I'm like, like get off me. Mind you, my Birkenstocks came off while I was fighting.
Yeah, and I got them.
My Birkenstocks came off.
I got them.
So
and that's something else.
My scarf.
Yeah.
So after that, we all kind of just standing there, and she was like, "I'm gonna call all my sisters, my cousins, everybody up," and I'm like, "Call them." But then when I said call them, Brittany was just staring at me, and I'm just staring at her. And then at this point, I was like, "You know the fuck what?" I said, "I'm getting the fuck out of here because I'm fucking over this bullshit." So mind you, Denim is sitting right there. You don't remember this? Denim was in the room.
I don't remember.
I picked Denim up, walked downstairs. How did I go out? I went out the front door. I went out the front door. I kicked the door in the back, went out the front door, and then I remember I said, "Shit, I fucking left my camera." So I had to go walk toward the back, get my camera, and then I walked into the car, and I sat in the car with my child. And then I said, "I feel like running back up in that bitch." So then I sat there and I said, I'm gonna call my friend. And I called my friend, and all my friends were like, "Where the fuck you at? Like, what the fuck you talking about?" I said, "Girl, I feel like running back in there. I'm mad." But I didn't. I literally stayed across the street. Pretty much, I was sitting across the street debating on when I should run back up in the house or if I should even do it. So at this point, I called my mom because I'm like, "Mom, I need to let my mom know because if I go to jail, I need somebody that's gonna come and get me." So I called my mom, and my mom talking about, "Bring your ass back across this bridge. Bridge, you need to get away from over there." I'm like, "No, I'm staying over here and I'm running back in her house again." And my mom like, "Stop it." My mom was so mad at me, I would not listen because I was like, at this point,
You used to tell your mom everything.
I tell my mama everything. I still tell my mama everything.
Literally.
And my mom wasn't mad. She just kept telling me to come back. And she was like, "They're gonna send you to jail. They already called the cops on you." Because at this point, I thought that she called the cops on me.
Which it was my neighbors. I had to.
And I really was shocked. Cause I'm like, first off, how she called the cops on me? All the stuff she done did. But I'm like, whatever.
Cause the management company was tripping. They was like they would have to put me out if I caused a disturbance like that. And I had just moved in, so I'm like, that's wild. I was like, nah, I don't know them. They kept saying the neighbor said that it was an argument, and then it was like the girls arguing, and then somebody got fighting. I'm like,
How the fuck they know?
that's what I think they just made this shit up.
They probably could hear it.
And
If they next door.
they was like, we just heard loud banging noises. And I was like, no, someone broke into my house. I don't know them. I don't know what happened. And it's like, well, you need to file a police report or you be evicted. And I'm like, this is wild.
Whole time I'm across the street watching.
And I'm like, I do not like the police at all. So
That's why I was like, I know she. At first, I'm not gonna lie, in my mind, I was like, how the fuck did she call the cops on me? But then I thought, I'm like, she don't even like the police. So how?
I didn't even want to talk to them to even make a statement to do anything. And I literally had to, or it was like I had to go that night, like right that moment. I'm like, this is crazy.
Well, after that, it was kind of done. That's how I knew it was really over, because I had seen who she was talking to. It was over with after that.
Yeah.
I feel like she still wanted me. And I feel like I still wanted her, but at that point, it was like too much shit had happened.
Yeah, we had
went through too much. So I feel like even though we both wanted to be with each other, it was like I wasn't in a place to forgive her, and I don't think she was in a place to even understand me at that time. Like, it was too much.
It was toxic.
It was very toxic.
Yeah.
But I feel like now, we have our moments, but it's nowhere near where the fuck it was then.
I feel like,
but we're not in a relationship now either. We're not even dating.
Oh nah.
No, but it's just like I'm talking about just us interacting with each other. Like sometimes
like
she irritates me.
That whole relationship, we didn't communicate. It was for a while, like me and her didn't talk. But when we started back cool or whatever, it still wasn't like that. We was, you had a girl or whatever, and I just stepped off or whatever, and we went our separate ways again. But when we came back together as friends, it was cool. We ain't argued. We just had a whole year.
We didn't argue, and we was around each other all the fucking time.
And that was like,
it was unreal.
It was right before her last relationship, right?
It was before my last relationship with y'all know who.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't argue, but then we kind of didn't talk for a while.
After you got in a relationship,
when I got my relationship, she's respectful. She's very respectful, so everything was done. But then, my last relationship ended, so that gave us a chance to be able to communicate and talk. And then that's where we at now. We just cool. Like, she do her thing with her boo. I don't got no boo.
And I don't be what to laugh or nothing, because I need to make sure I got my situation good over there. But she be like, Brittany, just the fuck what happened to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's okay.
I'm not dirtying right now. I feel like people take me on dates, people buy me stuff, do stuff for me, but I'm not taking nobody serious. I need to work on me. That's what I need to do. But that's the story time. She didn't really talk much, so.
Do I ever, y'all? And she be so hard on me. I feel like I be having to talk over you, so I'd rather just like chill, and when you take a breath, I'll be like, ugh. And then you get to going again, I'm like, ugh.
But don't get it twisted. She loved it here.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
You was a lot.
I am a lot, but I feel like I'm probably one of her favorite relationships.
So much better though. Like, she came, like, anybody after me had it easy compared to what like, really, bro, y'all don't even know the half. She still don't tell y'all the half. She tells a lot. She's like an open book to an extent. But there's the things that are left unsaid that probably will be unsaid.
They have to be.
It's not nothing that should even be brought up, but she came a long way, and she's like, she put in some work, and I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, girl, because you came a long way. Oh my gosh. I wish you was really vlogging then, because they really be tripping.
That's why I said, if I had really vlogged all the shit that me and her went through, y'all would think that we was staging that shit.
Yeah.
Like, y'all would think we was staging that shit, but
I ain't perfect at all.
No, she's definitely not.
I didn't go out of the way to like mess up things either. So.
I feel like stuff happen, life happen, people make mistakes. It is what it fucking is. But I mean, like I said, we're in a way better space now. Like, we've talked about so many things. Like, I don't hold nothing against her. I'll say a little slick shit every now and then, like, you did this and that. But I don't never be like,
she irritates me.
I feel like she irritating. But I don't never be like, you know how you feel something in your heart about somebody and you don't say it to them?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't feel that about her. Everything I need to say, I said. I fussed her ass out the other night because she upset me. But it's never like, it's like, whatever. Because the next day I just text her like, what you want to eat? I'll cook it.
And it's kind of my fault, because I just let Tay just talk, because I know that's how she is, and it should just
I talk myself into
like nothing happened. And then I'm thinking to myself, ain't even no point even saying I'm trying to check her ass. I'm just gonna let it go and just let it go. It ain't even worth it, because we're gonna be cool anyway. So.
And that's the weird part about us. We'll get arguing, and then
arguing.
You will get arguing with me too, ho. It takes two to tango. But we'll get in like a disagreement, and it'll be so heated, and then like within an hour we be back, like, or like literally we'll be mad at each other, and then we'll just be like.
But she wasn't like this. I don't know what happened.
No, when I used to get mad at her before, I would be mad for hours.
I'm talking about the time we didn't argue at all for that whole entire year.
I've been through things since then, ho. I feel like it takes a lot of rebuilding. Like, I feel like, I think about it. When you came back into my life, I had literally been single for 2 years. So I took time to work on myself. I didn't have any extra frustrations on me. I wasn't stressed out about nothing. I literally was calm as fucking cool, collected. I only worked on myself. Yeah, that's why when me and you got together, we talking about after we had broke up, we started back trying to like work on things together again. So
like a while, like literally right before your last relationship started, we was cool a year before that.
Okay, so how it worked is we was together for 5 years, we broke up for 2 years, and then she came out to Cali, and then we tried to make it work 1 year. Yeah, like we didn't talk the whole 2 years she was in her relationship. We didn't talk. We didn't have no communication. We didn't have no conversation the whole 2 years. And then she moved out here, and then we started trying to make it work and being like, you know, dating, but she wasn't in the space. And then you gotta figure, I have been single for 2 years. She had just got her relationship.
Yeah, I had just broke up with my girlfriend. I had just came out here, like literally it was like, I was fresh. It was
very fast.
Fresh out of a 2 year relationship.
Right. So when she came out here, it was like, I was so like calm, cool, collected. I could be in a relationship. I was ready because I just had worked through all my issues I had. So when we had started talking for that year, it was like very great, but it was still bad because she wasn't ready to be in a relationship. and I wasn't ready to deal with that. You get what I'm saying? So then at that point, we tried it for a year. Then I ended up getting in a relationship for 2 years. And then after I ended up getting in my relationship, it was like we didn't really talk. So then at that
talk at all.
So then at that point, it was like when I got my relationship, then it's like I've been out of my relationship with what? Maybe like maybe 8 months, 7 months. We just started back being cool. Yeah. So I mean, we ain't disrespectful.
Yeah,
but
I ain't
it just take time. That's why she said now we have our little arguments here and there, but you gotta think about it. I haven't had time to work on myself and repair myself from my last relationship. I need to like work on things that I did, work on things that was done to me, like, you know, just normal relationship shit. That makes sense? But yeah.
Yeah, cause you be like here, and like 2.5, and I'm like, dang, hold on.
I be telling her, if you don't like me, don't be around me. Period.
And he's like, why didn't you come around me if you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, wait, rewind.
We've been in each other's life since 2010.
2010.
I graduated in 2010.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 11 years.
Oh yeah, because you was in high school.
I was in high school when we first started talking.
Yeah, you was like 17.
I was 17. She was a girl lady.
I was 21. But I would not have sex with her. She wanted to, but I wouldn't.
Oh, you are a lie. I would never want to have sex.
I made you wait till your birthday.
Bitch, you lying. You waited 2 weeks before my birthday. You waited 2 weeks before my 18th birthday. And I was not
6 months.
I didn't want to have no sex with you. No, we talked for 6 months and laid in the bed and didn't do nothing. I was not trying to have sex with you. I was a virgin.
You right.
I was a virgin.
I feel like, I'm not saying you wasn't a virgin.
I wasn't trying to have sex with you. I didn't know what sex was.
Girl, you was like Tay was like a little gullible, like not a little,
naive,
very.
I'm talking about she taught me how to put a tampon in.
Yeah, I taught Tay a lot. I feel like I raised her, other than her mom. Like I was her second mom.
I was always with her. It would be like the weekdays I'd be with my mama, weekends I'd be with Brittany all the time. I'm talking about I would stay with Brittany consecutively every weekend.
I'd be like, call your mom, tell your mom where you at.
I'd be like, no.
I was like, that's crazy. It was to the point where I was like, me and her was dating. We was in a relationship. No, we wasn't in a relationship yet. We was
just dating.
And she was dating other people. And I was like not approving of these people.
She'd be like, I don't think you should talk to them.
It was like she could not see it.
She'd be like, you're too good for them. And I'm like, mind you, we're dating, but she's still telling me I'm too good for these other people. And it wasn't even that she didn't want me to date. She didn't want me to date those people.
Right. She didn't see what I saw. I was like, they is just low, just not for you.
Low vibrations. Low vibrations.
They had her doing so much stuff.
Reckless shit.
Some hood shit that she didn't need to be doing. And I was like, this is crazy. I was living in the hood, in the trenches at the time. And I didn't act like it. Damn. So I was just like, Tay, like, what are you doing? Like, you
living my fucking life.
Not with that. I had to put you onto something else. And then you elevated. Because that was like, I'm so glad that you really got out of that situation and away from that and saw that situation for what it was. And that's one thing. Like, I told Ted, even if we break up, I'ma still be there for you, which I was.
She always is.
Cause I ain't want to see you with them lames, yo.
She
I just
always
wanted
is.
you to see what I saw and that you deserve so much more for your life, yourself, for the people you was dating. Even if you wasn't with me, I wanted you to realize that you needed more than what was given.
No,
in that
and
little
she
town.
really means
like,
that.
The town that she grew up in is so small. Like it's nothing there. Not even the people. I'm not trying to downplay nothing. Some of the people that she was dealing with, not everybody, but some of the ones that she was dealing with at the time, I just felt like you could have branched off so much sooner, but.
Everything happens in divine timing, and I feel like everything. I needed to go through those situations because I went through a lot of stuff in my life, whether y'all know it or not, like a lot of hard things. But I feel like definitely Brittany can attest to being like somebody that's always been there for me. Like even after my last relationship, I really was upset about that, and I cried to Brittany about it. Like, and she was there for me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she's always been a person where even if you're not with me, I still care about your well-being. And I feel like people say that, but when that pressure get applied, you're gonna know if it's really true. And I feel like I can tell that over the years, she's always just consistently made sure that she made sure I'm okay, whether it's from afar or whether she's close. She doesn't ever put like bad, ill intentions on me. I always say that about everybody, about her especially. Like I'll call any of my friends right now and they know Brittany is like that nigga for me. But I feel like, you know, I know y'all probably like, well, why don't y'all just get back together? Because I feel like sometimes it's not that easy.
Yeah. Right now, we just, I like the space that we're in.
We're in a good space. I feel like, and honestly, I think we have an understanding.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, I don't know. I think I just always want Brittany to be a part of my life. Like, she just...
And I feel like it's no point in even crossing that line because we cool, you know? Why, you know, go, you know, do all that? We're on the
yeah, but nobody, I mean, who knows? Maybe 20 years, 15 years, hey. But I feel like right now, we just in a good space. And I'm not even in that space to be in a relationship.
And she don't have sex out of wedlock. So I'm not saying that we tried or anything, but that's the type of girl she is.
I don't have sex. If we're not having sex unless we talk in a relationship. Okay? Or I know, like, we damn near there. You
Even though I've been the ex for like hell long.
Yeah, so I feel like, and plus, like I said, Brittany got her own little thing going on. But we're gonna do a video for Brittany channel, right? For drink. Hopefully she get a little bit more lit over there, cause she kind of giving it.
Y'all can see the real hurts right now. I'm really chill like this.
Girl, bye. Go over to her channel. We about to do a video real quick.
I'm chill over there too.
Can't stand you. Nah.